Solon of Athens, 7 important facts. Number 7. Who was Solon? The first outstanding statesman.
Born around 630 BCE, Solon was a nobleman who rose to power in a time of crisis. Before Solon, power was all about birth. Nobles ruled, and the poor were voiceless. Athens was divided, the rich got richer, the poor were enslaved by debt, and violence brewed. Solon was elected archon to fix it all. And he did. Solon is often referred to as the first great statesman in Greek and European history.
Number 6. Solon's formative years. Please allow me a short moment for some advertising. Maybe you are looking for ideas for your next trip, wherever it might be. For example, to Athens in Greece. You can explore Athens with the Acropolis, the ancient Agora, and much more. Or you make a sunset trip to Cape Union and the Poseidon Temple. Perhaps you are interested in a Greek food tour, or you want to be your own ancient sculptor and craft your Greek masterpiece. There is so much to discover. If you are interested, I'll share the link below. Back to the young Solon and his formative years.
Solon's father was originally a wealthy nobleman, but over time, his generous nature reduced the family's wealth. Consequently, Solon started working as a merchant at a young age. His travels for trade and interactions with people from various regions expanded his worldview, and conversations with wise individuals from other cultures enriched his intellect. The bloody laws of Draco also fall into this period. His rules punished even minor crimes with death. The word draconian comes from him.
This brings us to my number 5. Number 5. Solon's reforms. The Athenian who rewrote the rules of justice.
Solon revised the laws to make them fairer. Death was reserved for serious crimes. Additionally, Solon created courts where regular citizens could appeal decisions. He ended the practice of debt slavery and restored liberty to those who had been enslaved because of debt. Besides that, he introduced legal reforms to protect the poor. But these were not all of Solon's reforms, more on that later.
Number 4. Solon's poetry. The poetic lawmaker in Athens.
Solon used verse to teach, persuade, and explain his reforms to the people of Athens. His poetry criticized greed, praised justice, and called for balance. It was education and legislation in one.
Number 3. Solon and the 7 sages. The wisdom club of the ancient world.
Ancient Greece had its own hall of fame, the 7 sages. Solon was one of them, a lawgiver, poet, and philosopher. The 7 sages gave counsel, created laws, and shaped city-states. One of them was the famous Thales of Miletus, whom you may know from math at school. Each of the 7 sages had a motto. Solon's? Nothing in excess.
Number 2. Solon and Croesus. A shock for the king.
King Croesus asked Solon, "Who's the happiest man alive?" Croesus was rich and powerful. He expected Solon to say "You are." But Solon didn't. He named a poor man who died honorably and peacefully. Croesus was offended. Years later, when he lost his kingdom and faced execution, he cried out, "Solon was right." The moral? Wealth doesn't guarantee happiness. Solon taught kings humility with just one story.
Number 1. Did Solon invent democracy?
Solon laid the groundwork. He divided Athenians into classes based on income, not birth, giving more people access to political life. He created the ecclesia, an assembly for citizens to vote. He opened courts to all classes. While it wasn't full democracy, it was a giant step toward it. However, the archonship remained reserved for the 2 upper wealth classes. Only a century later, Athens became a true democracy, where every citizen could become archon. Let's summarize: Solon didn't invent democracy. He planted its seed.